In the heart of ancient Galilee, amidst the bustling towns and serene waters, walked a man whose life and deeds would forever change the course of history. This is the story of Jesus Christ and the miracles that revealed his divine power and love. Our journey begins at a joyous wedding in Cana. The wedding was a celebration of love and union, a time of laughter and sharing. Yet, as the festivities continued, a moment of concern arose. The wine had run out. Mary, Jesus' mother, aware of the gravity of this moment in a culture that deeply valued hospitality, turned to him. With quiet authority and compassion, Jesus instructed the servants to fill 6 large stone jars with water. Moments later, the water turned into wine, not just any wine, but the finest wine they had ever tasted. Transforming water into wine, he revealed his ability to meet human needs and brought joy to the celebration. This miracle was a sign of his divine nature and the abundance he offers to all who trust in him. As news of this miracle spread, many began to seek him out, not just for his teachings, but for the power that seemed to flow through him. People whispered among themselves, "Could this be the Messiah?" As the crowds grew, so did the range of needs they brought before him. His response was always the same: compassion and action. Jesus' compassion for the suffering was unmatched. Wherever he went, people brought their sick and afflicted to him. Consider the man born blind who had spent his entire life in darkness. With a mixture of mud and his touch, Jesus restored his sight, not only healing his body, but also opening his eyes to the wonder of God's love. Then there were the lepers, outcasts who were shunned by society. Jesus' willingness to touch them, to place his hands upon their diseased skin, was a revolutionary act of love and acceptance. Each healing, from the paralytic who rose and walked to the woman who touched his garment and was freed from years of suffering, was a demonstration that no ailment was beyond his power and no individual beyond his care. The paralytic, lowered through a roof by his friends, experienced not only physical healing but also the forgiveness of sins, showing that Jesus' miracles often carried a spiritual message as well. Among these miracles, the healing of the centurion's servant stands out as a powerful testament to faith. The centurion, a Roman officer, approached Jesus, not for himself, but for his servant whom he deeply valued. When Jesus offered to come and heal him, the centurion replied, "Lord, I am not worthy that you should come under my roof, but only speak a word and my servant will be healed." Jesus marveled at his faith and, with just a word, healed the servant. This moment revealed not only Jesus' power but also his inclusivity as he responded to the faith of a Gentile. One day, as Jesus taught thousands on a hillside, the people grew hungry. The disciples, concerned about the growing crowd, brought a boy with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish to Jesus. In that moment, he lifted the food to heaven, gave thanks, and began to distribute it. As the food multiplied, the crowd of over 5,000 ate their fill, and there were even baskets of leftovers. This miracle showed his provision and foreshadowed the spiritual nourishment he would offer to all who follow him. It was a testament to his ability to bring abundance from scarcity, to satisfy both physical and spiritual hunger. Later, Jesus would teach about being the bread of life, drawing a connection between this miracle and his mission to satisfy the deepest needs of humanity. On the Sea of Galilee, amidst a fierce storm, fear gripped Jesus' disciples. The waves rose high and the winds howled. As their boat was tossed about, they saw Jesus walking on the water, a figure of calm amidst the chaos. When he stepped into the boat, the storm ceased. "Peace, be still," he said, and nature obeyed. This act revealed his authority over creation and his ability to bring peace in chaos. It reminded his disciples and reminds us that even in life's storms, his presence brings calm and security. On another occasion, Jesus invited Peter to step out of the boat and walk on water with him, though Peter faltered when he doubted. Jesus caught him, teaching a profound lesson about faith and trust. Perhaps one of his most astonishing miracles was raising his friend Lazarus from the dead. Lazarus had been in the tomb for 4 days, and grief filled the air. Yet Jesus, deeply moved, stood before the tomb and called out, "Lazarus, come forth." To everyone's amazement, Lazarus emerged, alive and well. In this moment, Jesus showed his power over life and death, offering a glimpse of the eternal life he promises to those who believe in him. This miracle was not just about restoring life, but about demonstrating his role as the resurrection and the life. The story also highlighted the depth of Jesus' humanity, as he wept with Lazarus' sisters, sharing in their sorrow even as he prepared to bring joy. The miracles of Jesus did not merely astonish. They invited reflection and transformation. consider the miraculous catch of fish where seasoned fishermen, after a night of empty nets, obeyed Jesus' instruction to cast their nets again. The resulting abundance was so great that their nets began to break. This moment not only demonstrated Jesus' provision, but also called Peter and others to a new purpose: "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Through his miracles, Jesus Christ revealed the heart of God, a heart full of love, compassion, and power. These acts were not just demonstrations of divine ability, but invitations to faith and trust in him. Each miracle carried a message that God's kingdom had come, that the broken would be restored, and that love would triumph over all. From the healing of Jairus' daughter to the casting out of demons, each miracle reinforced his mission to bring wholeness to a fractured world. Even today, his miracles inspire, comfort, and transform lives. Will you let the story of Jesus' miracles touch your heart? As you reflect on these events, consider their deeper meaning, that through Jesus, the extraordinary becomes possible and hope is never out of reach. His miracles are not just stories of the past, but invitations to experience his power and love in the present, transforming lives one heart at a time.